Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Taylor Watts from Watts Investing, and today we're doing another Sharesies challenge update, showing the portfolio and putting the difference in subscribers from our last video into Triple M. So in the last video we had 194 subscribers, and now we're sitting at about 204. So it's another $10 US dollars that we're going to put into Triple M, and we'll get on to the guessing game straight after that. Yeah, so every subscriber we get, we put a US dollar into Triple M, and that's what we've been doing for, I don't know, a year and a half or something like that. So we just keep that up, and we just keep doing that until we can't keep it up no more. So if you want me to spend money on Triple M, hit the subscribe button, and that's what we'll be doing. So in our last video, we were sitting at about $10,300 net kind of value of the portfolio, and now we're sitting at about $11,800. And our gains have gone up considerably due to Tesla and Apple, as they are our main holdings. Now you can see this difference here just between the lines essentially. We've been investing pretty consistently over time, as this line has flattened out a lot more we invested heaps last year, and we've kind of flattened it out into a more consistent trend essentially. And that's what's happened over the few weeks that you've been kind of not seeing the portfolio. We've also invested into Apple, Amazon, and Facebook just a little bit to just see what we want to do with those holdings and see if we want to go any further, as they're not dividend companies. Yeah, pretty much what's been happening there, and we'll give it a wee scroll through the portfolio so you can see the gains of all the different companies that we're holding. And yeah, Tesla was sitting pretty low at some points, and now it's back up to about 20% on our Sharesies holding of Tesla. Yeah, so over the month of June, we received about $20.58 from all these different companies, as you can see here. Westpac and Trustpower, two NZ companies, being our biggest ones, about $10 and $4.30. And you get a little sneak peek into the month of July to help you with your guess as well. So yeah, that'll see the graph seeing big changes, seeing a huge swing month after month. Seeing our average dividends increasing as well, which is always good to see, as it'll become more and more reliable on our guesses, and we'll be able to see a more consistent income coming through every month. We also updated our weightings. As you can see here, the pie is showing our biggest ones being Tesla, Apple, Hallensteins, Westpac, Mainfreight, and Triple M, and also our S&P 500. Yeah, so since last month to this month, Apple has finally passed Hallensteins, as we've increased our investments into there. So yeah, our biggest holdings and their values are represented here. And yeah, Hallensteins hasn't moved too much recently, as we've kind of paused that investment and we're looking into other things. We're increasing all the other ones around there. I think Disney had the biggest swing in position, as it was sitting way down here, and we put more into that recently, as doing a bit of research in the background and doing a bit of thinking of flow-on effects of other successful companies and how that'll affect Disney in the long term with their streaming. So that's been super cool. And yeah, so we'll input our month of dividends into June, and we'll see that massive staircase begin. And yeah, we'll also see our dividends increasing heaps. So that's been 6 months of dividends, and that is much more than 50% of the last year. So we should see, assumingly if we just double it exactly, we should see huge growth there, but we want it to be even more than that, as our goal for this year has been $222 in dividends. So that'll be a pretty hard goal to achieve, really. But we want to get there, so we'll keep striving on, and we'll input our next guest for July. So I've had to re-record, hence why this says July up there, as the recording just kind of stopped at some point. I didn't realise until the end, so that was a bit of a bummer. But our guess for July is $7. So if you want to try and beat me, head to the comments section and input your guess for July. Closest person gets a shout out, unless it's me, of course, because I know too much. But yeah, if you want to try and beat me, have a go, and I'll give you a shout out if you do beat me. It's going to be hard to beat my girlfriend, though. She's probably won it the most. Probably since I've started the guessing, she's probably won 4 or 5, and I've won like 2. And I think someone else won the one before then. So yeah, it's been pretty all over the place, and our average dividends for the month is sitting at $14.50 pretty much. So that's pretty sick to see that. It should increase by the end of the year, as we see December, September being big months as well. So we should see this. I reckon we can get it to like I actually have no idea how to guess it, but if we're going for 222 over 12 months, we should see it getting close to 18 or something like that. I'll go for 17. We'll try and get that to 17 by the end of the year. Yes, we see our quarters also increasing heaps. So quarter one being quite small, but way bigger than the year before that. And of course, the year before that, as we were barely investing then. I think we started in March. But yeah, quarter four, we almost beat with quarter two this year. So we should see our quarter three and four be huge as well. And hopefully just keep that increasing. Yeah, so the portfolio has seen some big changes in these new stocks and through our increased investing through our companies as well. So we'll show our current kind of goals and how we're working towards those as well. So we've invested about 11,300, including the most recent ones, and we'll be needing to invest about that much per week to hit the goal that we set out at the start of the year of 13k. And also, if we want to hit these relative share goals in Tesla and Apple, we'll have to invest this much weekly, respectively as well. And I think these ones will be hard to reach as the share price is quite volatile in both of these. And if they do increase a lot, it makes this a lot harder. But if they do decrease, it makes it a lot easier, which is also good. And I generally increase my investments as it drops. And then Triple M is just completely relevant to the YouTube channel and how well it's going and how well I contribute myself as well. So if you want to help me achieve this goal, hit subscribe and catch up with my new videos coming out every few weeks, and just keep up with the journey of my investments and share yours along the way, and I'll be keen to have a read of those. So that's the monthly update done. $20.58 of dividends, probably our third or fourth biggest month ever. I think third place after December and September last year. Oh, and of course April this year, so it's fourth place in the month of dividends. So that is super sick. And July will probably be a small one, hopefully looking at double the size of last year, as not many companies pay here that I was holding. But as we've gone into American stocks who pay quarterly, we should see these ones being pretty much flatline above $5 now, I think. I think that should be pretty sweet, especially next year. We'll see huge dividends, like everything will be visible. We won't see these little tiddly bits on the graphs anymore, as we've got monthly stocks, quarterly stocks, and everything. So this has been my investment journey so far, and I'm excited to see what happens over the month of July and see if I can get closer and closer to these goals. And so I'll probably have a video whenever Tesla releases their Q2 earnings and go over their production, their deliveries, and stuff like that, as I'm really into Tesla and I like sharing their progress as well as my investment progress through them. So I'll catch you next time, guys. Happy investing. I'll see you next time.